I call the honourable member for Corangamite.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. My question is to the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Infrastructure and Regional Development. Will the Deputy Prime Minister outline the government's action to improve infrastructure in my home state of Victoria? How will improved infrastructure grow jobs and opportunity in my electorate of Corangamite?
I call the honourable Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Infrastructure and Regional Development.
Well, and I thank you, Madam Speaker, and I thank the honourable member for her question, because she will have noticed as she travels around her electorates that the government is delivering on its election promise to build the infrastructure of the 21st century. And a deal of it is in her own electorate. For instance, the Great Ocean Road, the Princes Highway West project, are making a difference to the quality of the transport journeys that can be experienced in that part of Victoria. We're getting on, Madam Speaker, with the next tranche of transport infrastructure projects in Victoria, and delivering on these projects is very much in accordance with our commitment to build the infrastructure of the 21st century. Now, works have begun, for instance, also in Victoria on the Princes Highway East, the Calder Highway and many other projects. And in particular, the government has made a commitment to provide $3 billion for the East-West link in Melbourne, which is an important project for Corangamite and indeed the whole area of Melbourne, because of the way in which it will revolutionise, change the traffic flows through the city of Melbourne. Now, quite amazingly, of course, the Victorian Labor Party has promised to scrap this project. You know, this transport-changing piece of infrastructure, Labor wants to axe. I thought members opposite would be concerned about the 6,000 jobs that won't be required when this particular project is axed. 6,000 jobs. You know, just before, members opposite were talking about how important it is to maintain business confidence. And you know, I noticed in the report on 7:30 Victoria the other night, commentary from Mr. Brian Kruger, who's the manager of Toll, and the CEO of Toll, right? We'll promote him to the CEO. And even more important, and more the reason you should take some notice of what he's got to say, because what they were endeavouring to do and planning to do was to build a $200 million new freight forwarding centre at Tullamarine. And now the road network, which was going to support this particular development, is being undermined by the threat of a Labor government. Now, in reality, he said what this is going to do is damage business confidence. So, damage business confidence. Labor is a threat to business confidence in Melbourne because they intend to axe the critical infrastructure projects that are going to create jobs and we're going to make a real difference to the economy of Victoria. The only real way to ensure that this infrastructure will be built is to re-elect Dennis Napthine.